Okay. Alrighty, we're going to check the connections behind this outlet and see why there's no power on another outlet, thinking there's a good chance power is going through this outlet to the one that's not working. So unscrew it from the wall, we'll check it out. Alrighty, so we have a false ground, so I'll see how they jump from the neutral to the ground. That is totally illegal, and it is very unsafe. And we're going to check these connections here and just see if they're...
So you want a GCFI?
Yeah, we're going to put GFI here because there's no ground.
So that could be causing that not to work?
That's not the cause of the problem, but that is a major violation of the code, connecting the neutral and the ground together in an outlet to get a fake ground. Because if you plug in something that is grounded and it has a leak in it, it will send current back through the bare ground and it will jump over to the neutral, and it can be dangerous if somebody is touching it downstream somewhere. See what I'm saying?
Yep.
So I will put the GFI in here, and that'll make it legally a 3-prong outlet. And at the very end of the picture, I will just bring it up close and show you how they jumped how they made a illegal ground, but I'll show you that up close after I'm done putting in the new GFI. So we'll make our...
That's the ground wire back there, right?
No, there's no ground wire in here at all. No, there's no bare ground wire. That's why they cheated there. So I will clip our wires back a little bit here. The right length for the twist and lock connection here with a pressure plate. I'll clip this back some here so it's not too terribly long. I want to make sure my wires are nice and straight, so I put them in under the pressure plate, it grabs them properly. Okay, so we will look at the back here. It says line. We're going to use the line side. We're going to take our tape off the load side here, and we'll close the screws we're not using so they're not out floating around. Now in this style, you're allowed to put 2 wires under each side as long as they're both the same gauge wire. And we're going to close our ground screw since there's no ground here in this case, and that's the reason we're putting this in. So we have okay, this is line, so we're going to start with our white. We'll get them under the pressure plate here. Get our insulation just butted up close to the bottom of the terminal there. We'll tighten it up. Make sure it's nice and tight like that. Our insulation's not under the screw head. Bring it around. We'll get our 2 black wires. Make sure we're putting it on the line, which we are. Black goes on the brass with screw, and the white goes on the silver screw. Okay, so I'm going to make sure our insulation is even here at the bottom. Okay, we'll make sure it's nice and tight here. Our insulation's not pinched. We have a nice solid connection, so now we can fold this into our box. Make our wires go in without force. And we'll just push it back into our box here. Now I'll show you after I screw this in the illegal way they made a ground. Snug, snug. So you can see how they jumped from the neutral side to the green screw for a very unsafe, illegal ground. That is not up to code. You never do that. You put a GFI on that circuit.